This is part 2, to be continued now. Anyway, again, good morning. What do I want to talk about today? Well, I want to do a podcast. I need a microphone, and that I shall get at some point, somehow. But until then, this is my best bet. To sit and talk on YouTube. And I figure, what's wrong with sitting here and talking to you guys for a couple of handsful of minutes each day? There's too much time in between. Because I feel like I could be boring. I mean, so far I don't get any comments. And if I do, I haven't seen any, and I apologize. But this is about me talking to you guys about, how can I put it, about being free, about being happy, and living life on your terms, the way you want to, because there are no rules. You know, there is no set rule of how to live your life. We all are born of, a piece of God. We're all a piece from the puzzle. And realize that how you live it, what you do with it, it's either a lesson or a blessing. And I feel like if you truly live from your heart, that's all that matters. There is a beautiful yellow mark. Actually, I don't know what that is. It's in my butterfly bush over here that I used to say what was for my dog, Keeper. That bush now is as tall as to the roof of the house. When Keeper passed in February, it was probably to my waist. I'm 5'2". It has grown. That's probably Keeper. But, where was I? Anyway, life is full of lessons and blessings. And whatever you do, it's going to teach you something, and it's going to teach others something. And my nose is itching, sorry. And as I told you, I've started painting, and it helps me to just relax. And I sit outside because I feel like being outside as much as possible is the best thing for you, no matter who you are, no matter what you're doing. Outside. I mean, if you live in a glorious place, I can't speak for everybody, but if you are out there and you happen to be watching me, you have the ability to have internet. And if you have trees around you, oh my God. You know what I wanted to do? Anyway, so this is my podcast of sorts, talking with you guys about being free and about life. And life is what you make it. 1 October, where I used to live, and I had my other golden Sandy, when he and I would walk, or when we drove in the car, I saw trees. I had about eight of my favorite trees that I would see on my journey. And I vowed I was going to take a picture of every one of my favorite trees. I never did, but I knew them, and they were glorious. So I have special ones now when I take my walk with my little dog Eddie. I don't know what they're called. There's a couple. One is across the street from the city hall, and it's in a yard full of these little apartment buildings. Right next to it, there is another tree that looks like it could be a sister tree, and it's in the yard of my kid's old orthodontist. Now it's a health and wellness place. But these trees are absolutely gorgeous. They're huge. Their body is huge, and the foliage is just this big mop of a canopy of gorgeous green. And what I started doing when I walk is I go up and I talk to the tree, touch it. I might even hug it if I can. Yeah, people walk around, but so what? That's another thing I'm surrounded by. Well, I won't say it. Anyway. Hug the tree. Hug the tree. It's good for you. It's good for the tree. Because trust me, trees are here for us. Everything that we are surrounded by in this life was created from God's source, light source, whatever you call it, whatever you pray to. We each are a piece of that. It's the wind, I'm here to tell you. Maybe somebody doesn't want me to speak, or I'm determined. I'm going to persevere and speak. Because what I have to say has merit. It's valuable. Anyway, I go up and I hug these trees and I touch them. And some of my favorites are eucalyptus. There are so many varieties of eucalyptus. And these eucalyptus that I've seen on my walk are like, they're fully just little medallions that are like a sage green etched in a gorgeous burgundy. Oh my God, they're gorgeous. And I just go up and I just touch them. And I might say good morning. And there's that butterfly again. So it's gorgeous. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, but it's beautiful. Oh, my son would probably say, Mom, it's a moth. No? Have you ever looked at some moths? Some are magnificently beautiful. Anyway, so I want to do a podcast. This will be my podcast until I can be more official in my equipment and my setup. But to me, this is better than any studio, to be honest with you. Cinnamon coffee. After a beautiful walk with my dog in this glorious nature. And across the way from me here, I've got my bird feeder that you've seen with the little birds. You know, all bird seed is not created equal too, by the way. I know that. I mean, it's obvious. But lately, I've noticed the bird seed that I buy it from my local hardware store, which is Miners, because I've gone to Orchard and I've gone to Lowe's. And, oh, there's a dove on my fence. Just to say, Orchard, Lowe's, I don't know what you're thinking and what you have in mind for people, but you guys don't buy your birdseed from them because they're ripping you off. They sell, what is that, 11-pound bag? Oh, The dove and the blue jay are fighting over what I'm about to talk about, which is birdseed. Hear them? I put birdseed out all over my table. It was a table that my son and his girlfriend found one day on their walk. It was free. It's one of those glass tops. It's kind of foggy looking with just a little aluminum base. Anyway, I've decided to put it over there, and I put a thing of water in the center for the birds and the squirrels. And then I take the bird seed and I spread it around. See, I'm out of peanuts right now, so I do that for the squirrels and the birds because I'm out of peanuts, and they love the sunflower seeds. So what I'm saying is this bird seed that I've been buying is just full of filler, and it's stuff that the birds won't even eat. A lot of it is dried corn, and then other stuff. I'd have to get the bag to read it because I don't remember, but they're these little brownish orange color pearls. The birds don't touch the stuff. All they are interested in this big sack of birdseed that I buy, mine's on a good sale, it's $9 a bag. I think it's a 13-pound bag too. Are the black sunflower seeds. And I mean, there are very few sunflower seeds in there. The rest is this stuff. It's kind of, I liken it to pet food that you buy today. Dog food that is just giving our dogs cancer. It's not good for them. It's filled with fillers. You're better off making your dogs their own food. Fruits, vegetables. We don't eat meat in this house, so it's kind of it's bigger than I am, but as long as you do it for them, and it's not full of unnecessary stuff from the store, they're better off. Anyway, I've lost 3 golden retrievers to cancer. Cancer is the #1 killer of golden retrievers. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, the bird seed is just full of stuff that the birds aren't even eating. The birds and the squirrels come along and they eat the sunflower seeds and they leave all this seed. Now I know crows like corn, and I adore crows and ravens. Love them. And I on my property here in the front, there's a tree where 2 of them live. And occasionally I hear them fly over. And a week ago, back here, up in this tree back here you see behind me, there were like 8 of them up in the tree. And I want to say, come over and eat the corn. Because they would love the corn. Pardon me. And I've heard people say, well, crows are awesome, but be careful. Because if you run out of something they really like, and or if, you don't have something, they'll mess up your yard. I think that's funny. What are they going to mess up? Throw more trees around? Throw more weeds around? I don't know. Anyway, so I want to talk about being free and living life on your terms. I live a very modest life. Seriously, you guys. But guess what? I've talked about this before. My life is authentic and it's genuine. If I like something, I say it, and if I don't like it, I say it. I used to be such a different person, such a different woman. One of those who live life according to other people, to make other people happy. One of them was my marriage. It was not good. It was not good for me. I started living the days I got out of it. the days I released myself. It's been almost 7 years, and now I live my life according to me. My life according to me. I like that. And you know, the moment your eyes open, what kind of a day you're going to have. And don't hop up from your pillow and grab your phone. You may have to turn your alarm off or, whatever you need your phone for. But don't get on your phone and start scrolling. Lay there for a few minutes. Hug your pillow. Hug your dog. Hug your cat. Hug yourself. And thank God's source for your life, for that moment that you've opened your eyes for another day. And look around and feel around. And thank source for your bed, if you have one, your covers, and your little fur baby. I got my little Eddie. And for your life. And say thank you for another day. And each day I say, I vow to make this day today better than yesterday in whatever way I can. And I would love to be able to help people this way. If people would reach out and comment and talk to me, I would love to help people to write their lives. Write it, turn it around. If you're feeling sad, if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling depressed, if you're from a broken marriage, if you're from an abusive marriage, if you're from, I don't know, whatever walk of life. Ooh, 1717 on my timer. That happens to be a really good number for me, 17. But reach out and let's talk. Let's talk about what makes you happy. What does it mean to you to be happy? Living a life that is fulfilling. What does that mean to you? And this does it for me. Sitting outside, surrounded by nature. You're never alone, by the way. Physically, yeah, you might be. But inside, everything you need is inside of you. Get your coffee or your water, whatever. And just start talking. Speak out loud. Speak what you want out loud. But speak to the divine. Speak to your angels. Speak to your guardians, because you're always surrounded. You are not alone. And talk. Talk it out. Write it out. Another thing, write your dreams in your journals. I've told you this before. But speak your wishes, your hopes, your dreams, and what makes you happy. And I choose this. I've got pumpkins growing out there. I can't wait to show you guys. I've got 5 of them, 6 actually. They're beautiful. But start marinating in what life has to offer you. And life is what you make it. And you say, Lord, I want more of this or better. Because what you put your attention to, you're going to get more of. Even if it's negative. Trust me on that. I better let you guys go. We're going on 20 minutes because I have another part to this. This is part 2. I wish you all peace and blessings on this beautiful day. Making this day what you want. My life according to me. It's dope. Have a wonderful day. I will talk with you again soon. Get outside.